Ooh, can you guys hear me now? See, this is why I give it a couple minutes, guys. You guys got audio? You guys can hear me now? Everybody should be good. Yes, sir. All right. Woo. Cool. We'll give it a couple more minutes, guys. I'm floating around. I'm looking at these markets. I think we might even be able to take some live trades here in just a minute. I'm looking at Chainlink. Sheesh, AVAX. Guys, these altcoins are getting pummeled. They're getting pummeled. Again, real quick, shout out to Discover Crypto. Thank you for bringing me on the channel. I do support Discover Crypto. That's guys, I don't watch very many I don't pay attention to crypto news. Other than for my trades on news days, FOMCs, maybe a couple of Trump talks. You know, if I'm trying to learn about projects, if I'm trying to get involved in something that I'm already not involved in, I do go to Discover Crypto. I like that channel. So shout out to them for bringing me on. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sure I'm going to be going on again later this week, maybe even the basement. I might even be going on the basement there with Drew. Yeah, Tao with the turnaround, dude. Zcash with the turnaround. Aster was just ripping, CZ saying how he's getting into this project. He's only mentioned that he's only in a handful of projects, and he throws out Aster. That guy's got to be so involved with Aster. And the reason being is he's probably getting involved to take on Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid is no joke, guys. That exchange, that decentralized exchange with the whales, it is gaining some serious traction. Hyperliquid. And that's some of the projects that we're going to be talking about later today, because when we have these major dips, look at this, guys. Bitcoin right now is having these major dips. When these happen, we really want to try to pay attention to the coins that aren't taking such a hit. I mean, look, Bitcoin is actually down here towards the wick. Bitcoin's trading way down here towards the wick. If we were just to compare them real quick, you could see Bitcoin. Let's go to like a 4 hour. Bitcoin is trading down here towards the wick. Hyperliquid is strong, guys. When we see these massive dips and these good sized pullbacks, we need to be really focused on projects that are bucking the trend, bucking the system. And Hyperliquid is absolutely one of them. My channel, we do trade a lot of Hyperliquid. We trade BNB. BNB is another one that is a great token to be trading. Again, if we go here to BNB, we could see just bullish is. Yes, a little bit of a dip, not even close to the wick down below, but that's at 877. But BNB, Hyperliquid, BNB and Hyperliquid are pretty much synced up. But Aster right now, Aster was coming down, man, took this big dip. It had a nice little pump from yesterday, but actually big pump yesterday. This is it right here. I'd be looking at Aster because this coin right now, guys, it is now or never for Aster. Is this thing going to hold this level? Get a reversal? Let's take it from the top, though. Let's take it from the top, and let's get into man, look at this. During the channel, I was saying look at Bitcoin dominance. Let's go to a daily on this. Bitcoin dominance is raging right now. During this last dip, during this last hour, we saw all of those coins take a nice big dip. Bitcoin dominance is rising. It's almost very, very identical to this. Look at when we have these big dips or these big wicks, big pops. We come down and then we start doing this sideways accumulation. All right, as we go up and to the right, up and to the right. And that's what we're witnessing right now on Bitcoin dominance again. I have a feeling we might get back up to that 60, right up here towards that 62, 63% on Bitcoin dominance. And what that means to your altcoins is they are going to get pummeled. They are not going to be doing so well. They're just not going to do so well. So again, Bitcoin dominance, it is currently rising right now. We can see Bitcoin is it's recovering. Bitcoin is recovering from this morning's dip. It's actually recovering really fast because these whales, guys, are just trying to fake everybody out. These whales and these entities are just trying to fake everybody out. Look at this right here, man. Really, we just need to hold here. I keep talking about this 105, 107. This is where they've been doing it. This is where they've been holding. Right here. They rinsed them out one time on that big $19 billion flash crash. But these whales have just been, look where the candle closes. Let's see how this today closes. I have a feeling they're going to keep holding this 106, 107. And I think it's going to be a bullish week too. Poor now, formerly pre-rich. It's one of the chats that I'm reading here. I think it's going to be bullish too. Guys, we are in the time frame right now for decision time. It is decision time. Everyone's talking about 4-year cycles. Is it the same? Is it different this time? That question gets answered in the next 90 days. Bitcoin, we should, after a post-halving year for our alt season, is right now. We should have November, December, January going buck wild. And if it doesn't happen and Bitcoin just it does a stagnant trading, meaning that Bitcoin is just going to, if we don't look at any of these ranges or any of these fib levels, we can say that Bitcoin's range is between 100,000 and 125. Bitcoin might just bore the shit out of everybody. We might just see Bitcoin just do these sideways trades like this, and we might just accumulate throughout 25. As a trader, guys, we're playing probabilities. We're working with multiple different scenarios. We're trying to find out, if this happens, are we prepared? Because we don't know. Nobody fucking knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows if it's going up, if it's going down. All we could do as traders or investors, obviously because Bitcoin's priced over 100,000 as an investor and for a long-term hold, I'm saying, you know what? I'm open to Bitcoin touching $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. I don't plan on selling it even at 140,000. So if I want to buy more, I want to buy it low. I want to buy it cheap. And that's kind of my idea right now for investing. Comes lower, we see a big crash in the stock market, takes us because Bitcoin's still a risk-on asset. I'm open to it. Let's buy. All right? And that should kind of be your guys' mentality as well. Bitcoin is a long-term investment. It's not a now investment. It's a long-term investment for you, your family, your kids, yourself, whatever. Bitcoin's going to touch $1 million. And because I don't plan mentally, when I spend my money, when I buy and I dollar cost average in and I say, hey, what's my expectations for Bitcoin? Well, I think it's going to $1 million. I don't mind buying it at 100. I also don't mind buying it because we're in the early stages. I would love to buy it below 80 grand again. Would love for that to happen. Does that happen? We don't know. As a trader, now everyone needs to understand that in order to buy Bitcoin, you need money. You need money, whether you're working your day jobs, your plumbing, your doctor, whatever you guys are doing. Even if you're working at McDonald's, man, I'm making minimum wage, you still should be buying $50 worth of Bitcoin as a long-term investment. You are your portfolio manager. You're not using somebody to do it for you. It's up to you. So that's for investing. As for day trading, we're playing probabilities. We are looking at probabilities for scenarios. And when those scenarios play out, are we prepared? Are we prepared? So again, a stagnant scenario for Bitcoin. Stagnant, meaning we're just not going to it's just going to wrench everybody out with boredom. Boredom. Right now, these whales, the guys, this thing can just, maybe we dip below, but you know what? Maybe we get a crazy pop back up to 118, 114, and it throws everybody back off. And all your favorite influencers are going to be telling you, oh, we're so back. Notice we haven't heard from the bears this week. I see all kinds of stupid shit from these guys. And again, as a trader, we're looking just to play probabilities, and are we prepared for those probabilities? Do we have a game plan as we go into that price action? So again, stagnant scenario for Bitcoin, sideways trading. All right, obvious sideways trading. For one, we could see too that Bitcoin is also inside of just a downtrend. You could see just from here to here, excluding our all-time high, Bitcoin is in an obvious downtrend right now. Okay, regardless, we cannot seem to recover over $116,000. Let me turn on some music real quick here. Let me turn on some beats because we're going to fly through this, and then maybe we might be able to take a trade. Really, the trade was this morning when I was live on the other channel on that big dip. But again, Bitcoin, obviously, we are in a downtrend. We can see it sideways here, sideways price action, down and to the right, not up and to the right. It is down and to the right. Our next big level to hold is going to be right around $101,000. All right. We went over our stagnant scenario. Let's go over our bull case scenario. Bullish scenario is it's very, very clear that we need to recover directly above $116,000 in hold. We need to have a breakout of this hold, and then we can start taking out some of these highs at 119s, 120s, 125s, and we're out of here. This would be the bullish scenario. We need to actually hold 107, work our way out towards 112s. Next is 114s, 116s, and start finding some supports. All right. Now, where do I say $116,000, $117,000? I teach my channel in the Cranksters Coliseum that simple trading is the best trading. You know, a lot of people are looking at a million different indicators, a million different special sauces. And you know what? Some of it works. Some of it works for them. Some of it works. And, you know, me, I love support, resistance, volumes, and fib levels. Why? They work. Every single trader starts off this way, and then everybody thinks that they have the edge on the market. All right? They have the edge. They got the sauce. Nah, dude. You know, me and Flopping Groper were talking on X, and we were saying that we're just better losers than others. And what does that mean by that? Is that day trading is about playing these probabilities, and when I take a losing trade, it's calculated. I know what I'm willing to lose with my strategy on my risk management. I know how to lose better than others. But with my strategy, I'm able to win much better than others. I win much, much, much better than others. And why is that? Because, again, we're playing these probabilities. We have our strategy. We have risk management. And we only trade when the market permits our strategy. All right? And so, again, just understand that if you're going to day trade and you're going to be managing your stocks and your money, you're just learning how to be a better loser than others. Imagine that, guys. It's all psychology inside of trading. It's all psychology and trading. All right. So with Bitcoin, our scenario here is that where did we get we pull the fib, going back to just simple trading, 116, 117. Look at, guys. And what I mean by simple trading, back test it. If you're going to run a strategy and you don't think fib works, back test it. I encourage everybody to back test everything that I tell you, that anybody tells you, the influencers tell you, the next trader is going to tell you. Back test what they're saying. Find out if they're right or wrong. Find out for yourself. So again, Bitcoin right here, we had this nice range. We came up to 125. We had the huge liquidation. When we popped, look, we stopped directly at the golden pocket. Fancy that. We have confluence. All right, we have confluence. So we could see that Bitcoin came directly up to the golden pocket, clear rejection, right back to the support. We need to clear $116,000 and flip it into support if we're going to continue to run out of here. As long as we maintain below 116 in this very, very large range that we were talking about, as long as Bitcoin is stuck in this range right here, guys, 116 doesn't get recovered, it's going to be a rough ride. And these guys are going to just wring and wrench all of your emotions out. They're going to make you hate crypto. We're already seeing it. They're saying, fuck this. We're done. I don't want to participate. This is the worst alt season in history. They're getting everybody impatient, and that's their job. That is their job. Why? Because they get you to sell. And they get you to get out of the market so that way low volume hits. And then that's when these entities and whales do some shit like this. They pop us right on out of here. Bang. Or we come back down. One of the two. So again, we have our bullish scenario that we have our stagnant scenario first, that Bitcoin is inside of this sideways, massive sideways range. All right. We have our bullish scenario that Bitcoin needs to recover above 116, flip it into support, flip this fib into support, and work on out of here towards 130s. All right. Now we have our bearish scenario. All right. We have a bearish scenario. And if we just go out to a 3-day, We have this massive trend line on Bitcoin. We have this massive trend line. We just connect all the lines here. Massive trend line. All right. And we could see that Bitcoin's trajectory based off of just this this pattern here on this upward trend, that Bitcoin probably needs to work its way and just kind of remember that channel that I was talking about, work its way down to $98,000. Just a simple break of 100K really captures liquidity. And what do I mean by that? Is liquidity is being held by the longs underneath here. This wick right here, this wick, people are long and they have stops directly underneath. This wick right here from the whales, they are long, they have stops underneath. Liquidity hunt, bang, you take them right, you close them out, you grab that liquidity, they're stopped out. Now Bitcoin can reset and work its way right on out of here. So our bearish scenario, we come down to this, to the trend line. We come down to our big trend line. We've established Bitcoin all the way back from $45,000, touched again at $74,000 on the big dip. Bitcoin comes right back down, right below 100K, right at $98,000. If this trend line breaks, which is I think is a very good probable scenario, I think Bitcoin breaks, scares everybody. We have a huge level at $92,000. And again, pull a fib. Simple trading is the best trading. If we pull a fib from our last touch of our trend line from here to our all-time high, you can see that if we were to break the trend line here, kind of scare everybody out, massive level, 92,200, 93,800. Again, if we know that these golden pockets are being held and Bitcoin's becoming an institutional asset, institutions are using the fibs. These guys are, this is dead eyes, man. We could see that if this thing breaks down, we come down, scare everybody out right into this golden pocket. Now Bitcoin can rip. I think that this is a very high probable scenario. I'm not going to be, you guys are going to see this pattern right here, this bull market pattern, that it's going to break. The bull market's over. I think we can actually come right down towards this 92, 93, right in here, fake everybody out, and then we bolt up towards, I think Bitcoin's going to end up touching 100, and I think Bitcoin ends up touching probably 130 right up in here. I don't think Bitcoin's going to touch, just me personally. And you know what? I've been watching other channels, like good channels, great channels, like Jason Casper. I watch a lot of Jason Casper, and his theory is a lot like mine. I think Bitcoin's tops right around $135,000. I think that we're going to see something very similar. Let's go to BTC USD. Let's go to Coinbase. I think we are going to see something very similar to this right here. We come down like this, and we see one more pop, one more top. This is very similar, guys. Look at this. This is 2021 in October. We came up. We hit $66,000. We came down. Everyone thought that this is the end of it. We popped up one more time up to 69, and you can see we kind of just had this new little high right here. I think Bitcoin is getting ready to do something very, very, very similar, and you guys can just see from here to here like that. I think we come up right around to 130, 135, and then the gig's up. I haven't looked at the chat yet. If alts fly during the run, I'll be okay. Hopefully this is the reset for alts. I bought a ton of Link in the past 2 weeks. Should I be doing that with BTC instead? I buy both, dude. I don't hold a lot of coins anymore. I don't hold Polkadot and Matic and I don't hold this big basket of coins anymore, man. And here's why. I told myself that I was tired of DCAing into losing positions. And I was tired of asking myself if I'm going to sell it. If you're tired of asking yourself, oh my gosh, the project's down, I want to sell it, then I wouldn't be investing in it in the first place. You're hoping that it recovers. My insurance policy with my projects that I buy, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, I don't want to sell it. It doesn't cross my mind that I want to sell that bag. Do you see what I'm saying? So you just need to be asking yourself, for these altcoins, do you want to sell them? I think that Bitcoin's going to $1 million. I think Ethereum is another huge institutional asset. I think that that Ethereum's going to touch 10, 12, 15 grand. I think that Chainlink, we just saw Oracle stock and Oracle Cloud, and Oracle owns such a massive part of the stock industry with their Oracle Cloud, their AI service. I think that Chainlink owns 30 or 63% of the Oracle space. Everything needs Chainlink in order to work. I think that we could see Chainlink touch a $300 billion market cap, become a stock. You know what I mean? I think Chainlink has that probability. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. When you're investing in an altcoin and you're saying, hey, I'm building a portfolio, I don't tell myself, oh, it's down, I think I want to sell it. I don't think about Bitcoin that way. I don't think about Ethereum that way. I don't think about Chainlink that way. So I'm comfortable investing more at all these prices. Does that make sense to you guys? I don't, when I was holding Polkadot and it was going through all these phases of $2 and $3 and $7, and I was asking myself, at what number am I going to sell it? I want to get out of Polkadot. It's a dead project. I want to get out of Matic. I don't think Matic's a dead project, but I kept asking myself, when do I want to sell it? I don't ask myself that with Chainlink. I think Chainlink's got a very good future. It's doing stuff with the White House. The whole market needs it. I think Bitcoin is the most perfected money that could have ever been created. I think it's the 8th modern wonder of the world. I think Bitcoin is the 8th modern wonder of the world, and I do think that Bitcoin's going to $1 million. So I don't ask myself, when do I want to sell it? So again, as an investor, you guys kind of need to be thinking the same way. With Bitcoin in an alt season. So again, if you're going to be investing in these altcoins, I would be saying, if we're wrong and we don't see an alt season, are you willing to hold it? And are you willing to actually dollar cost average in and not say, hey, when am I going to sell it? That's the only way I'd be investing hard-earned money. You guys work your asses off. Every one of you guys are working your ass off for money. And you guys hate saying, oh, well, my money's down, right? Well, I don't say that my money's down with Chainlink. I want more of it. I say, damn, I own 10,000 Chainlink. I own 12,000 Chainlink. I want more. I want more. I want that bag more. I own, Bitcoin. You don't get to a whole bitty. Can I buy $500 more of Bitcoin and have 0.005 of a Bitcoin or whatever? Can I buy $1,000 worth? You know what I mean? Can I buy? I'm excited to own more with my money. It's almost like old. If you guys ever bought gold and silver, physical gold and silver, if you guys actually own gold and silver, you go opening up your safe and you're like, damn, man, I'm counting out the ounces. I like owning more of this. I like opening up my wallet and I like seeing the projects that I truly believe in. I like owning more Bitcoin. I like owning more Chainlink. I like owning more ETH, and I get to just see them stack. I'm proud. My old me, I was not proud to hold Polkadot. I was not proud to hold Polygon Matic. I kept asking myself, when am I going to sell it? I don't like that feeling. So I'm trying to change my thinking, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm proud to own more of this. You know what I mean? It's really dialed in my emotions for my expectations for my portfolio that I manage on cryptocurrency. All right. So again, we have a Bitcoin scenario. We've gone over our bullish, our bearish, our stagnant. Guys, a stagnant scenario is very well probable as well. We just go sideways and everyone just keeps up the crypto market sucks. All right. Now, let's go over another scenario for you guys. Let's go over another scenario for you, because if you are investing in these other altcoins and you need to dial in your emotions, your expectations, understand crypto is a cash cow right now. Crypto is a cash cow, and everybody needs to understand how to play the game with these altcoins. All right. If crypto is a cash cow and these whales are just annihilating some of these projects like Koi, for fuck's sake, guys, look at this on Koi. Let's go to this. This is what I mean by a cash cow. Everybody was, what was it? COIA, Koi USDT. Look at Koi. This is crazy. this AI token. Guys, we went literally from $1. Let's see here. Let's go out here. We went from $1 all the way up to, God bless, we went from $1, $5 up to 28 and back to $1. This was the hottest project. I know that I have a lot of members, guys, that made a lot of money off of trading this coin. All right. Understand that crypto is a cash cow, and some of these projects that you're in are just going to be manipulated from the news. They're going to be manipulated from the exchanges. Crypto is a cash cow. Use these opportunities to buy more Bitcoin. Use these opportunities to gain more tether for more gunpowder. Understand that there's always going to be another trade. All right. And that's the other thing too, is that always understand that there's going to be another trade. Especially if you guys are putting money on the exchange. You guys are putting money on the exchange and you don't have patience. I'm teaching a friend of mine right now, and he's a gambler. The guy gambles a lot on football. And I'm telling him, hey, you're starting off with $3,000. Understand that this $3,000 needs to last you for the next year if you're not going to re-up your account, right? If you're not going to do this, which means that you need to be disciplined. You need to be disciplined. And what you need to do is you need to say, hey, on $3,000, I need to be making $50 to $100. Good risk management. You cannot be taking these $500 diggers. I tell him, hey, how's your account? Well, on $3,000, I'm down to 2,000. I'm like, bro, it's been 2 days. You're down 33% on your money, 30%. That is not day trading. That is gambling. That is not having proper risk management. All right. Let's see here. I've tried to stick with major projects, mostly base plays, as I see so much potential. Plus, of course, Link and other blue chips. 0 XRP and grateful to dump the bag. Yep. All right. What's up, Steven? That's one of my good dudes right there. Hey. Adoption will take a bit longer than most people think. I have a Link trade still open that I entered at less than 11. Do you see Link going below 12 to 14? I do see Chainlink going below 12 to $14. On Chainlink loves $10.40. If we just exclude the big liquidation, all right, look at $10.40 is right here. This goes all the way back. And realistically, it's right above. I mean, it's $10.40. Look at this. It loves it. During this rally, we've seen it touch multiple times at $10.40 and $12 right here. Bang. It loves this range right in here, especially right above it too. So do you kind of see this big accumulation range and then this big accumulation range? It likes it, man. Chainlink. And it's funny because, Chainlink gets all of the news, Swift and everything. God dang, dude, if it was XRP getting actually announced with Swift and all these XRP army, dude, they'd pump that thing right to $6. For some reason, I don't understand why Chainlink is not going to the moon. You know what I mean? But whatever. As a investor with crypto, we need to understand that how do we invest in crypto? All right, how do we invest? We look at developments. We don't have quarterly gains, quarterly information like we do stocks. We got to look at development teams. Is the owner still running it? Almost every single owner that's ever left the projects, they die. All right. We still got Sergey. He's still with the team. Developments are still getting strong. We still have partnerships all over the place. It's still getting strong. This is every single reason why I would continue to invest in a crypto asset. Same thing with Avalanche. I own a lot of Avalanche. I like Avalanche. And to be honest with you guys, I would be looking at Avalanche because it's very, very easy for AVAX. If you guys can see here, this is a big trend line at $15. $15 for AVAX. It's much easier for AVAX to go from $15 to $20 than it is for Chainlink to go from $15 to $20. It happens much, much faster. And we could see all the way back here that this $15 is, guys, $15 for AVAX is huge. We have multiple touches on it. Let's go out to a 3-day for AVAX. Look at this. There's resistance. We have the breakout, support. We have support 3 times again. We're back at it right now for AVAX. So $15 AVAX, guys. I'm ready to buy AVAX. I'm ready to take my trading profits. I'm ready to get back and buy some AVAX because, again, let's also work in the world of percentages from 1580. All right, from 1580 to $20. I mean, guys, that's a 30% move. Easy peasy. This is easy for AVAX to get right back to $20, $23. And you can see just from even where we're at now up to this level. Let's just say right here, that's 40% just to get back to $22. It's very, very, very easy for AVAX to get back to $22. That's what I'd be looking at. To be honest with you, because I own so much chain link, I think I think AVAX is more of the trade with my trading profits. I really do. I think AVAX is going to be, I'd be buying AVAX. There's nothing wrong with it. The partnerships are strong. The developments are strong. They continue. It hits all the boxes for me of why I would invest. All right. Let's look at, here's something that most people aren't talking about, especially during this edge of the cycle. We need to be looking at BTC pairs. So let's start off at ETH BTC. Let's look at ETH BTC. And we can see that ETH BTC is coming down to a major support. It needs to come back down here to 0.03. And from here, I think that if we give up this support at 0.03210, it is going to be a very, very rough road for your altcoins. If ETH breaks this level right in here against Bitcoin, and if you're new and you don't know, the largest trading pairs in the world are going to be BTC, USDT, and then you go into the altcoins, all right? USDT pairs, your second largest pair is going to be against Bitcoin. So what does this mean? When Ethereum versus Bitcoin is going down, it means that they're selling Ethereum and Bitcoin's price is going up, all right? So when we look at, and let's just compare the two on BTC pairs, all right? So on the top, we have ETH BTC. Now let's look at BTC dominance. Look what's happening. Let's go for a daily to a daily. Downward pressure, upward pressure. People are selling their Ethereum into Bitcoin, and this is why Bitcoin dominance is rising. You want to see Bitcoin dominance top out, roll over, and then you start seeing the Ethereum, Solana, BNB pair. And what do I mean by this? Let's look at a strong altcoin against Bitcoin, like BNB. BNB, BTC. Look what was happening on the sell-off. Again, we're still on a daily time frame, so that way we can compare these charts. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance in June. All right, Bitcoin dominance peaked in June, right around 65%. Well, look at what happened in July. June, July, BNB bottomed out. You get this double bottom, and look what happens. Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. Where did they put the money? When they were selling their Bitcoin asset, they were selling it into BNB, and you can see BNB went on this parabolic run. All right. Price came down on Bitcoin, or they were not price came down on Bitcoin. They were selling Bitcoin into BNB, and the BNB pair went parabolic. All right. What we want to see next, if we're going to have a alt season, is these BTC to altcoin pairs start recovering, start finding a bottom. All right. And what I mean by that, so let's look at, now that we know that BNB, what we're looking for, okay, Bitcoin dominance is rising, altcoin dominance against BTC is going lower. So now let's look at Sol BTC. Let's see if we can start finding a bottom on Sol BTC. So Sol BTC, I was talking about, this could be a bottom. It needs to hold right here. You guys can see, just like Ethereum, it is at a breaking point right now for these altcoins. If we can hold this, guys, and Bitcoin dominance does one more run, we get one little fake out on both ETH BTC, Sol BTC. Bitcoin dominance rolls over and these start to move. Again, what we want to see is Sol BTC break above 0.00178 and hold here. It's on like Donkey Kong. This is going to be our move, guys, to know that, you know what? Alt season is upon us. Bitcoin dominance is getting ready to tank. Our altcoins against Bitcoin are ready to cook. We're going to see something like that. You want to see this hold on Solana, break above this resistance against Bitcoin, and then run like a raped ape, man. Fucking run. This is the only way this works. You guys want to see an alt season? You guys want to see an alt season? Then you want the whales to offload Bitcoin into your altcoins. That's where that money comes from, guys. It's these, again, think about it this way. If Solana is at $150 and I have 10 Bitcoin, I don't look at USDT. I don't look at my Bitcoin value. I say I own 10 Bitcoin. I put it into Solana in my Sol BTC pair. Solana is at 150. I put 10 Bitcoins in. Solana goes to $300. How many Bitcoins do I have? The Bitcoin whales do not work in Tether. They work in Bitcoin. So if I put 10 Bitcoin into $150 Solana, Solana goes to 300. I now have 20 Bitcoin. And then they rotate back from Solana back into BTC. All right. So everyone, I get it. Everyone's looking at their Tether values, their USD, their fiat evaluations. The whales, guys, the secret whales do not participate that way. They want more Bitcoin, and the way they do it is with shit coins. True Bitcoiners think that everything else out there is shit compared to Bitcoin. So they want to use those shits to get more BTC. All right. So let's also look at ETH, or let's look at Sol ETH, because this chart was looking really, really, really good. All right. It's also, what do I mean by Sol ETH? Are people selling Ethereum into Solana? All right. Because again, if that money's got to go from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then to your top coins, again, Bitcoin and Ethereum run the show. You got Granddaddy B, and then you have the number one altcoin is what? Ethereum. So we want to start again. It all begins on these altcoin pairs against BTC. We got any more questions here, guys? I haven't really been reading the chat. Bring on the 92K, finish this off, scare everyone out there, and then they pump the shit out of it. Alts will look like shit, but they will follow. Yeah, yep, I agree. And again, most people aren't going over this, guys. They're not going over these BTC pairs. They're going over these, they're going over USDT pairs, which again, they have their levels. But when you start looking at Bitcoin pairs, you can start seeing the picture much more clear. This needs to hold. Sol ETH needs to hold. If we go to Sol BTC, and again, it's just a different outlook. I'm looking at these for an alt season. And then we can start looking at for my day trades against Tether, and we'll go over my scalping method. All right. Again, Sol BTC, it's at support as well. It needs to hold this right here, guys. It needs to hold, man, if we're going to be seeing this alt season. Same thing if we go to AVAX BTC. I bet you this looks even worse. Look at this. This has the wick. Did you guys notice that the other ones didn't have the $19 billion liquidation wick? If we go back to Sol BTC, look, it doesn't have it. Oh my gosh. AVAX got freaking pummeled. AVAX BTC has the USDT wick. Not good. Let's go out to a week and see what this looks like. God bless. It's done it before. Look at this. Oh, this is good. Look, guys. Look at this. This is actually pretty good on AVAX. I like AVAX. Now I'm starting to think, okay, if I'm going to have an investment plan, what's my strategy? What's my expectations? We normally have this crazy liquidation wick. We double bottom on it, and then we go to the moon against BTC. We go to the moon. And look, we might be seeing history repeat itself. Let's see if AVAX continues to bleed out against Bitcoin. We do this. If we get down here into this double bottom, again, to 0.001578, that could be our $15 AVAX. If we go right here, let's look at it evaluated against USDT. That could be our $15 AVAX that we were talking about right here. $15 right there. Bang, bang, bang. We come down. What percentage is that? Maybe it might be a little lower, $12. It's a 10% move. I'd say, guys, anything below $15, I'd be buying the shit out of AVAX because it's very easy for it to come right back to $20, $23, and those percentages just get astronomical. So again, AVAX BTC, history repeats itself. Big wick pops up. Look, it almost looks identical, just on a much smaller scale. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we double bottom, and then actually look at where it stopped. Look where that wick stopped. This is definitely the bottom for AVAX. So pay attention for this. If you guys have TradingView, I would set an alert to start being notified at 1280. 0.000 1280. Set an alert right in here. If it starts coming down, I'd start loading up against tether values against, if you're not going to get rid of your Bitcoin for BTC AVAX, then use your tether and start saying AVAX is bottoming against Bitcoin. It's probable that the whales will now start offloading their Bitcoin for AVAX for this alt season if it comes. Let's also look at what's another big one that we could look at. XRP. Let's go XRP BTC. Fuck, dude, look at this. God dang, this one also has the wick. These nasty, nasty, nasty wicks. Sheesh, man. Nasty wicks down here. I don't even want to. I'll just trade. Because I don't plan on holding XRP. I plan on holding AVAX, Chainlink. I don't even want to look at XRP BTC. This looks ugly, dude. This looks the exact same as the USDT. Massive support. Crazy wick all the way down to the bottom. I think the wick on XRP was $1.17. Shit, look at this, dude. I don't like this. I don't like this. Nasty wick, $1.17. Yeah, $1.17. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't even like it, dude. Fuck this. I won't be touching XRP. I'll trade it. You know, XRP gets above 270 again, guys. It was decision time for XRP. You guys can see we had these two major levels. You can see these two major levels right here. Coiling up, broke out. You can see that it was coiling up all over again, trying to do this. It was coiling up all over again. It is not good. Again, you could see on XRP, this is what you don't want to see on these patterns. Again, coiling up. It's maintaining the range, kind of breakdown of the liquidity, kind of just hunting everybody, scaring everybody that this is going right back, and then bang, right? Measured move. We could see if we just put the measured move from here to here, from here to here, right from the breakout. Look at that. Measured move. Perfect. Super, super perfect. Same thing happens here. Let's clean this up. We're coiling up. All right. Back inside of this range. Coiling up. We broke big time down. What you don't want to see is that this comes up here and it's turning all of this into resistance. That means that this thing can come down a lot. If the alt season does not happen, this pattern right here is, again, if we do measured moves from top to bottom, all right, and it was perfectly measured here, if we broke down, look, right back down to 52 cents if this would have broke down, okay? The measured move, if we go from here to here on this support for XRP, it's going to be right here, guys, 164. This would be the measured move. I don't like it. I don't like that this pattern here, do you see what I'm saying? Came up and is now turning this. This was resistance. Again, you can see this was resistance for XRP. Resistance. We finally broke out. It was a ton of support. We are at resistance again, guys. If an alt season doesn't happen, XRP is going to take the brunt of it, dude. Boom. This is going to be ugly. All right. I don't want to look at XRP. I'll just trade it a little bit when we go over to the CryptoCrank Radical Scalp method. I'm going to show you guys. This is my bread and butter on how I teach, how I trade. We're not inside of any. You know what? Here's the other thing too. I got to be very proud of my channel. Because I am a scalper, I try to make anywhere between 500 to $5,000 a day. Some days are much, much larger than that. Some days are, $300. We can only trade if the market permits us, but I'm almost positive none of my channel was affected from the Bitcoin liquidation. None of us were affected because we don't sit inside of these set and forgets. We don't sit in these things, man. We are going to a 12-minute time frame, a 5-minute time frame, max 20-minute, and we're looking at these ranges right here, and we're saying, hey, we're trading this. This is what we want to trade. We want to trade this. And while we're inside of this range, we're looking at our altcoins. And if Bitcoin's inside of this little range right here and it's going up 0.25%, your altcoins are in the same range and they're actually going up. Let's just say Chainlink. We took some, I had some banger trades inside of this range right here, on this right here. Just this little range right here, guys, will make you rich. We just saw that Bitcoin did a 0.25. This right here is a this is a 2% range. With good risk management, 10x leverage, and good risk management, guys, this is a 20% move. While Bitcoin is barely moving, right? While Bitcoin is barely moving, hold on. Let's go back to this 30-minute. While Bitcoin is barely moving like this, and this little point, while Bitcoin's barely moving inside of this 0.25 of a range that we just looked at from here to here, 0.25, 0.6, this is a 2% move. This is how we do the CryptoCrank radical scalp method. And if you guys can, what did you set up before this bounce? Yeah, we'll go over Sol. Let's see here. What did you set up before the bounce? What do you mean? I don't understand. Give me an example real quick. Before this bounce here, I missed the bounce, dude. I was going to take this trade down here on Bitcoin, but I was in the middle of doing the Discover stream. I really wanted to, I wanted this trade just even up to here. Let me go back. And again, if you guys can, are you in a trade now? No, I'm not in any trades right now. Nope, I needed to do a quick YouTube. The trades that I was looking at, all right. AVAX, this $16, man. AVAX in this $16. Chainlink actually came directly down. You can see on this candle, the wick right here. This is exactly where Chainlink bounced from 1450. I was just trying to find some confluence. Why did Chainlink bounce from here? See that 1450 right there? The trades that I'm looking for right now, all right, if we clean up all of this, let's see if we can find a trade right now. First of all, if I'm going to take a trade, I'm going to start off with Bitcoin, and I'm going to look at BTC and say, okay, let's go to a 10-minute. What's Biddy doing right now? All right. Bitcoin came down to this. Oops, this isn't Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's coming up directly to resistance right here. You guys can see this was resistance. Resistance, broke out. Look at, again, right here. This is the waterfall. If Bitcoin can get above this, then I'll probably take another trade on this. I'll take a trade on Biddy. But let's go to just a 5-minute real quick. Let's look at something. If Bitcoin is going to do that, I'm probably looking at taking a, let's go to ETH real quick. Me personally, when these big moves happen, guys, I tell my channel just to wait for the next established range. Wait for the next established range. These big drop-offs can happen, and then they bounce back up, and then we're back inside of, like, I would say, like, see this range right here on Ethereum? See this range right here? I want to see if ETH is, if this is the top right here for ETH. This is our bottom. I want to see if ETH is going to going sideways, or if it's going to hold here, and this is our range. We don't have an established range right now, guys. We're still in free fall. See how we're coming up just to resistance? Now we're just in free fall. I want to see if ETH is going to hold this, and then I can start taking some trades. Right now, oh God dang, I can't even talk. We call it mid chop chop. We don't trade mid chop chop. And if you guys don't mind liking the stream on the X, I would really appreciate it. If you guys like the TA, the way I trade, my ideas for investing, how to invest, why you're invested, expectations for your hard-earned money. Guys, these are the reality of it. You guys just aren't listening to fucking Moon Boys and why should you be buying Arrow when you don't know nothing about it? Why should you be buying Chainlink when all the influencers are buying it? It's gambling. It's like saying, hey, I just want to put it on red. I just want to put it on black just because somebody said so. No, you don't do that with, this is your hard-earned money. And everybody's budget is different, whether you're trading with hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions, whatever. All right. So again, if you guys, if you guys could please like the stream. I'm going to be going live again with Flop and Groper. I'm going to be going live again with Discover Crypto, Basement. Jason Casper, I got to reach back out to him. He just recently asked. I asked him, hey, man, can we go live? He's been my mentor for years. Shout out to Jason Casper and the Casper crew. If you are very new to trading, guys, my mentor, Jason Casper, laid it out for you. Let's just look at this real quick, and I'll show you guys just real fast. If you are new to trading, you guys want to learn my trading style, but you need to be grounded in fundamentals. All right, let's go over here, and let's go. I'll show you guys. Hold on. Let me get it all prepared so I can show you. Let's go to videos here. We can go to... All right, here we go. Let's share this screen here. Again, I say a lot of my style of trading is Jason Casper. I've been part of the Casper crew for 4 years. Now I really just listen to my own opinion. I have my own strategy. I have everything for myself now. But if you guys are new to trading, go to Jason Casper. Look at his free trading courses, part 1 through 18, to get the fundamentals of how to day trade, how to look at your support levels, how to use TradingView, how to look at your volumes, how to use these indicators if you decide to buy any of them, how to have proper risk management. What's super cool about almost all the traders out there, guys, that are trying to sell their courses, Jason Casper, fundamentals, simple trading is the best trading. And then you guys can go onto my channel and others and understand what we're saying, how we're using these tools. Absolutely shout out to those guys. So shout out to that. So again, 1 through 18, watch them. So that way, when you guys are seeing me use TradingViews and my tools and everything, you guys know what we're talking about. Let's go back over here. Hold on. Let me go back over here. Dang, I just closed that out. So again, until we have an established range for Bitcoin, I'm going to sit back. I'm going to wait. What do I mean by an established range? Just, we have a little support down here at 105.3. We were touching this before. We want to catch a range, guys. We're in free fall right now. Look, we're in free fall. This is not a range. And the range that we did have, which was right here, was broke. We had a range right here, and now that it broke, again, look, bounce, 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 break a structure. So we need to see if Bitcoin recovers back over 108, we can start trading inside of this range right here. Right now, we don't have. Now, if you want to try to scalp this, I'll show you how to scalp it. How I would do it with the CryptoCrank Radical Scalp method. Let's find an asset right now. So we have Bitcoin up at the top. Let's go down to our second largest. Let's look at ETH. We are candled up right now. All right. The way this strategy works here is you would pretty much take the long now. You keep a stop loss directly underneath entry. I would be taking the ETH trade with the stop loss directly underneath, and you ride this up. Bitcoin pops. This is going to pop. They are perfectly synced up. If I was to say which one's Bitcoin, which one's Ethereum, you wouldn't know because they're perfectly candled up right now. And I do teach that right after a big dump is the best time to use the radical scalp method because everything is synced up. You know what I mean? Let's go to Chainlink. Chainlink comes back down into this range here, and Bitcoin comes back down into here. I would be taking the Chainlink trade at 1541. And again, with these scalps, you're not trying to hit a home run, guys. You'd keep a stop loss directly underneath, and your targets are right here. So again, Bitcoin, let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin comes down into this little volume range that we had on this little upwards. Bitcoin comes down here. from here to here for Bitcoin is only a 0.71 move, but on Chainlink from here to here is a 1.7% move. So you use Bitcoin as an indicator. Bitcoin is granddaddy, man. Bitcoin is daddy. If Bitcoin moves, the altcoins move. If Bitcoin dumps, the altcoins dump. So again, what this is going to look like real quick here. Let me go over to my exchange real quick. Oh, shout out to my exchange partner, guys. Hold on. I didn't have the screen on. You're kidding me, bro. Is the screen not on? Not seeing the screen. Cannot see your screen. Change your screen. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm fucking sorry. Oh my God, I'm sorry. All right, cool. Here we go. This is the way this shit works. All right. If Bitcoin comes down back into this little volume range on the climb up, all right, comes right back down into here, I'd be looking at Chainlink to take this trade right here back at 1541. They are perfectly candled up right now. Perfectly candled up. What I mean by that, look, it's holding. Bitcoin takes a pop. Chainlink's also going to get a pop. But if we come down, I like the support a little bit lower. Actually, what I'm probably going to do right now, let's go to 1564. See how big? So, man, I gave you guys the whole example on how to take the trade, and it's actually playing out on how to take this scalp. You technically take an entry right here on Bitcoin because it's breaking out from this little upward trend, came down. Now it's bouncing. You do the exact same thing, but instead of you watch Bitcoin as your indicator, you would have taken the Chainlink trade now. You would have had a stop directly underneath right here. Bitcoin pops up. Your Chainlink trade is going to rip. Exit's going to just be right around here. And on this little move, again, like I was saying, Bitcoin from here to here is only 0.6 of a percentage. Chainlink's move from here to here is 1%. So on 10x leverage, do you see what I'm saying? On $1,000, you're risking 20, 30 bucks directly underneath. You're trying to make 150, and that math works for everything. You know what I mean? Whatever you're trading with. Did you guys see it now? How I'm doing the radical scalp method? You're using Bitcoin as your indicator. You use Bitcoin as your indicator. So let's see here. Same thing. Look, XRP. XRP's just kind of just been maintaining this. If Bitcoin comes down at all, maybe I'll take the XRP trade. It's doing like this little sideways action right here. Bitcoin comes down at all and kind of just dips. I'll probably take the XRP trade, stop loss directly underneath. And when Bitcoin does this little pop to get out of here, my XRP trade is going to cook. Let's put that theory to test, huh? To the test. And again, guys, when you do this on the radical scalp method, you got to be dialed in. You got to have a rhyme, your rhythm. All right. $236.80. So $236.80. Let's see if Bitcoin climbs on out of here. It's been a good stream so far. I like this. Okay, so what we're waiting for now is to see if Bitcoin comes down at all into this, guys. And if we get and it works its way out of this. And the other thing too, though, if Bitcoin breaks this area right in here and just dumps, we don't have any established range. I know that we're looking at the 1 minute, guys, but look, this has been in this upward kind of channel right here for almost an hour and 20 minutes. So if Bitcoin breaks below this 106.300, then I think we're coming even lower than 105.3. It's going to nuke it. So like right now, I'm keeping an eye on Bitcoin. Bitcoin comes down, comes inside of this little range right here. I'm looking for targets right in here. See if it works its way out, and I'll take the XRP trade. Yeah, we definitely could, dude. We did a quick, and I think I like this XRP trade. I think XRP. I like this XRP trade. So I don't even know this song. There goes XR Pizzle. And shout out to zoomex. It's my trading partner. We have tier 4 VIP fees, guys. Tier 4 VIP. Let's see if Bitcoin gets a little pump. See how we're candled up, though? Do you guys see what I mean by using the radical scalp method? See how Bitcoin is completely candled up? These altcoins are candled up with Biddy. If Biddy breaks right out of this resistance right here, boom, these altcoins are going to pop. And the reason why we take the altcoin trade is because of the percentage-wise. Let's look at X real quick. Very nice. Got a few followers. You guys are reposting it. I appreciate you, man. Gained a little over 30 followers today. Appreciate y'all. Again, if you guys like the content, man, please like and subscribe. If you guys would like to lock in your VIP status as well, if you'd like to lock in your VIP status with my trading partner, zoomex, you don't have to trade $100 million in order to get VIP 4. Our fees are close to zero. 0.00012 and 0.00027 for maker. I think Bitcoin's going to get a nice little pop here in a second. And then same thing. I am inside of the XRP trade. I threw a little bit of money on there. If it breaks up, then XRP would be good. Again, I'm only looking for XRP just to come up to this target here. Right up in here. Really, or the candle body. You got to remember, man, with Bitcoin, just making this little move, if you got in from the bottom, like let's just say right here to here, do you see how that's already almost 1%, these 0.81s? This move right here, dude, at 10x leverage, you're almost making 10% on your account. And again, if we break this, it's very easy to know where your stop loss is going to be. Get out, because there's going to be a million of these trades right here. I think Bitcoin's getting ready to, again, specifically, if it comes down to this like level that I'm talking about, you can go ahead and take the XRP trade. And you can match up a lot of these altcoins. So Chainlink, it's also same thing. Remember we were talking about this? Same setup to Bitcoin. This is radical scalping, guys. This is scalping on the 1, 5, 15 minute and just taking these positions, watching Bitcoin as an indicator and taking those trades against Bitcoin on your altcoin. I was looking for an entry, but dude, I use low leverage. So a lot of the times, like what I'll do, you can change your leverage, dude. Like right now I have 9x leverage with 3 grand. And then I'm going to take probably a Bitcoin long too. I'm going to watch this right now. And remember, the video is always a tad bit behind. You know how they're like always just a tad bit behind? There's a little lag on the video. Nice. You took Tau. Bitcoin breaks to the upside. Yep, you're just looking for a small little move, man. And remember, guys, these are scalps. You're not looking for home runs. You are looking just for little get on base. You know what I mean? Just these little trades, man, will make you rich. We have a clear entry, a clear stop loss. So again, let's watch this right now for XRP. Now, the other thing too, like what I like to see is sometimes like if XRP Comes down to this little range right here. Boom. We could take the trade. I'm already in it. I'm using a little bit lower leverage, not as much margin on this one. But we want to see Bitcoin. Again, look at this. It has a nice little range on a 1 minute. Just slowly try to pop out. Or she breaks this right here and it's game over and we don't have any trades. Hey, what's up, Nick? Yeah, I was just talking about you, man. Part of my stream, dude. It's kind of been the name of the game to say that we're just better losers. We have learned to be better losers. We're not great traders. We just know how to lose better than others, man, because it's calculated. When we take, so shout out to Flopping Groper. That's Nick Cypher, guys. He's prime example. There's other traders, man, that are just saying we have learned how to be better losers because our losses are calculated. They are calculated losses, man. When I take a loss, it's a stop loss, man. It's calculated. I knew exactly what I was willing to lose, how much I was going to lose on the trade. I had answers to every one of those. Yep. Shout out to Nick Cypher. So I'm going to be on just a couple more minutes with you guys. I'm going to watch this and see how this plays out. And then I am probably going to grab some lunch, guys. And nice. We got almost 70 peeps here watching. That's pretty freaking good, man. This is my first YouTube on yeah, have a great day, man. Have a great day. I'm going to take this one little trade here on this bounce. See how we got it. See what happens here. And I like Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid's been on a roll, baby. Hyperliquid's been strong. XRP. Let's see if we get our little pop on out of here, guys. Virtual's been blazing too. What's up, Razorback? Good morning. It's been a nice busy day. Come on, Biddy, bust on out of here. And then let's go to XRP. So 108 would be a good target for Biddy. Just 108 at the top of that. Nice show. Appreciate you. BTC is the best indicator always. It's the indicator, dude. This is how I trade. And again, you can just test that theory over and over and over and over again, that if Bitcoin makes a large dip, a large dump, man, these altcoins are too. Guys, you can have the perfect setup on an altcoin, and everything's going great, and bam, Bitcoin just fucks it up. Point blank. You can have fib levels, support, volume. I mean, just the best altcoin trade. And Bitcoin comes right in and just wrecks you. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like the content, man. Let's see if we can make some money real quick off of this. Let's see if we get a big dump or if we get a nice little pump on up here. Or if she just dumps. Let's see. We're on a little slow grind here on Bitcoin. Let's see if we get a little pop. It was a nice big dip this morning, man, on these altcoins. It was a nice big dip. Let's turn on some more music here. We killed that one here. We got some see how they're candled up right now? This is nice, looking good. Let's keep it up. Let's see if we get a little pop here. Come on, Biddy. You guys like it? You guys like the content, man? I'll be doing more content. Need to be doing a lot more content. I have been live for multiple streams, though, in my Telegram, guys. I do 4-hour-long streams almost every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings. We do 4-hour live streams, and we're trading, baby. We're killing it. We trade the shit out of gold. I asked zoomex to put XAU as the ticker. We got some gold against USDT. We've had some bangers, dude. I'm making almost $1,000, 15 grand, dude, almost 15 grand a week off of these gold trades, man. I'm posting these $900 trades almost every single day on gold. They are wicked, 1% a day moves, man, and they're just killer, absolutely killer to trade gold. A lot of my my members, they're all trading lock it in. That's right, Steven, lock it in. Be in and out of these trades, man. Come on, Biddy. Give us one little pump, man. Give us one little pump. And I'm not expecting Biddy to really go past 108. This is going to be the next big resistance for Bitcoin. Is going to be right here. See if she even gets up here. I guess I can close these trades out. I'm up almost $600 in 5 minutes. I just think Bitcoin's going to get a little bit more of a pump. How long have we been streaming, man? We've been on for a good hour. Solid stream, guys. Excellent stream. Solid stream. Let's see if we finish out with a little banger here, man. Get a little trade going. And again, if you guys are already inside of the XRP, the trade, let's go back to this screen. I'm down inside of this trade down in here. So if I closed it out now, it's almost $350. We're waiting to see Bitcoin, what it's going to do here. If it's going to just kind of give us a little trumpet out of here, or if the game's up. Good stream. I felt like I got a lot done today, guys. Went on Discover Crypto, did an hour stream, trying to get a little money made here in a second. Think I'm going to be eating some Dave's hot chicken. You guys ever had Dave's? And again, guys, if this thing just breaks, I mean, I expect Biddy to Biddy can totally come right back down into this, man. And like I told you guys, really, if she breaks down below this, then gigs up. You know what I mean? Gigs up for Biddy. Dave is good. I like hot, man. I eat hot. I do hot. I do hot. I've had the Reaper. I signed their little receipt. You know what I mean? Signed a little receipt saying it was a little waiver. You know what I mean? Me and my wife have tried it. It was bomb. It was good. It's a different type of hot. Ghost pepper, Carolina Reaper peppers or whatever. And again, I'll probably just sit. I'm in both of these trades, guys. If we break here, I'm back to break even. You know what I mean? But if we break here, then gigs up. If we bust on up to these targets, I'll close them out real quick. Make a quick $1,000. I'm watching it right now. If you guys can please like and subscribe on the screen here. Here, let me just show this real quick. There we go. At Real CryptoCrank, if you guys are watching, you guys like the content. I have my free Telegram. Jump into my free, it's called the Gateway to the Coliseum. Eventually make your way over to the Coliseum where we're doing live trading. You're going to learn the CryptoCrank Radical Scalp method. All of it. Learn how to lock it in. You're going to surround yourself with multiple other like-minded traders. Everybody tries to hold everybody accountable nicely. We don't let these runners go and mess up our day, dude. Go catch a long runner when you should have had a stop loss and got out. And hope's not a strategy, man. Hope is not a strategy, guys. So, again. Bitcoin fighting right now, man. Yeah, EQ, the Reaper's nuclear hot, dude. It was hot. It's a different type of hot. I could eat hot. I eat hot everything, man. Green chili, red chili, jalapenos. But yeah, man, it's like a ghost pepper, dry heat hot. It's nuclear. It's bad. It's bad. It was definitely a good stream today, guys. Let's see. Let's go back to X. Let's check this out. Come on, Biddy, man. Finish this off strong. Let's get a little pump going. We'll be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab my water bottle real quick, huh? All right. What happened? Did we lose it all? We still running? What are we doing? No, I wouldn't move to a short, dude. We don't have an established range like that. No, I wouldn't move to a short. If it breaks, I won't move to a short. I'll wait for that actual range that I was talking about on like a larger time frame. I won't flip to a short right here, dude. I will not. Because Bitcoin means that if it does break this, it's probably going to take another swing down at the 1054. If she breaks this, you know what I mean? Which means that XRP is going to end up coming down here, but I'm not going to take the short, dude, and do that. I'll wait for this established range to find out if this is our new range. It's almost like, let's see here if I can give you an example here. See, this is what I'm kind of expecting like Bitcoin. You see like how we kind of came down, we dipped. We're kind of just playing right here. If we would have broke like this level, we would have came back down and she's just sideways trading and then ripped. That's what I'm looking for right here, man. Bitcoin just slowly doing its thing. But if it breaks, I'm not going to be in any shorts or anything like that. I'll wait for the next established range. Depends on how I'm going to trade. It depends on how I'm going to trade for my time frame. Like right now, we're scalping, so we're only using the 1 minute, the 5 minute to find a range. You know what I mean? Even if you go to a 5 minute, you can see that we have just a clear little uptrend right here, coming up to resistance, clear resistance, waterfall down from it. So if we come up here like this, do you see what I'm saying? I think our next resistance is going to be here. If we clear this, man, then Bitcoin's got a good opportunity to come back up to 1097s, right up into this. But let's see. We don't need to get too ahead of ourselves. I'm not trying to ham hock a trade here, or catch a big old swing trade. I'm just trying to, again, if Bitcoin busts up towards this, then I'll probably close them out. What do we got here? Crypto Gain Hub. Oh, Crypto Gain Hub. You're from the DC channel, huh? I see you posting your trades in there. Yeah, you're from the DC channel, huh? Oh, I was just saying, you're from the DC channel. I see you posting your trades. The crypto gain hub inside of the Discord. Let me see Solana real quick, huh? You guys want to say hi to little Solana? Little Solana, baby? Yes, sir. DC channel always trying to get better. Yup. Little Solana, baby. Yep. My little Frenchie, huh? Pretty awesome, huh? My little baby. You little babies. Little Solana, baby. Come on, Biddy. Show us something cool. Show the cranksters something cool, man. Yeah, crypto gain hub. Jump inside of my my free Telegram, man. Jump on in with us. Jump on over, dude. These short scalps are where the pros live. I typically like to do longer swing trades. These short scalps are where the pros live. I'll do the short scalps, dude, when we get up to the top of this. You see what I'm saying? I'm not shorting this right now. This has been our like. Remember, I was talking about this little trend that we have. Boom, boom, boom. Look, we came down to it pretty close again. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get a little Bitcoin, just a little pop, man. Just a little pop out of here. XRP gets a little pop. I mean, we could see right now, guys, off of the. I mean, I posted the CryptoCrank Radical Scalp method for you guys. AVAX, same thing. We're candled up. Chainlink, same thing. We're candled up. ETH, same thing. We're candled up. Everything's based on Biddy right now. Yeah, my little puppy. Actually, that little girl's already, she's like 14 weeks old, 14, 15 weeks old, man. She's tiny for a little Frenchie. I'm all happy she's that small, to be honest with you. My other one, she's not so small. I mean, she's small, but she's a little meat muscle, man. This little girl's just got everything popping out of her. She's just a meat muscle. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these short time frames are where we live, bro. I mean, you see me post every single P&L that I post in that Discord, I'm posting in my own channel, dude, and you're seeing them. They're 1,800, 1,300s, 900s, 300s, 200s, just whatever we can pop off on these scalp trades. Biddy playing right now, man. Biddy fighting. The other thing, too, like I was telling you guys, it's called XAU, which is gold. We trade a lot of gold, guys. We trade a lot of gold. These moves are very, very chill, man. These, golly, we took longs from down here. Longed it from here. Just got out right around here. But these moves, man, are very easy to trade gold. They're like 0.5%. Again, this looks crazy right here on a chart, but look at this. It's like 1% moves down, 0.8, 0.9. I mean, just chill moves. Do you see what I'm saying? So learn how to trade gold, guys. When in doubt, learn how to trade some gold, dude. We trade XAU a lot. My entire channel does. Again, we use zoomex. We have tier 4 fees. Tier 4 fees, which means that guys, you don't have to trade $100 million in order to get those fees. We locked it in for you. Fees are close to nothing, man. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm gonna get off, man. It's lunchtime. I'm gonna go take my family out. Do you compare XIU to actual gold chart like you would BTC and alts? No. XAU is actual gold. XAU is gold. If you look at the price of spot gold to XAU, this is XAU, but the exchanges are allowing us to trade XAU is the ticker name, which is gold. Which is gold, and like, let's just give you an example here. Like right now, I think gold's coming down. We have a call that I gave out, and I think gold's coming right down here to 36.89 to 37.24. Right in here is where we're going to take a nice big gold long again. Right in here. When gold was originally right here, I told these guys, hey guys, everybody needs to long gold from 39.17. None of this part of this existed yet. And again, simple trading's the best trading. Pull your fibs from this little high volume area, this big accumulation zone, up to this high. And look, man. And I'm sorry, it was from right here. We pulled it from this last low right there. Right down to the golden pocket, guys. Right down to the golden pocket. Boom, came up. Gold was out of here. Gold was out of here, man. Right now, I think gold... Man, this was and we just did a perfect schlong. We called it the perfect schlong. What you do is on anytime you guys see big indecisive ranges like this, very tight. On my exchange, I put it on hedge mode, and I enter into the exact same position right here in pretty much the center. I enter a long and a short. I set my stops directly above. Yes, you're going to get stopped out, and yes, you're going to do a lot of trading at break even, but when the big move happens, you print some serious money. I think I cleared like 300% or something stupid like that on this move when it was I can't even talk. Here. You see how you entered into the short. Boom, you come down, you get stopped out on the long, right? This cancels this out, this order, this order. Bang, man, and then you just ride out that schlong. We call it the perfect schlong. We rode this bad boy all the way down, I think down here, just below 39.70. You call that the perfect schlong. Anytime you see these type moves like that, and it just did it again. Nice big tight move right here. Look at that. Bang. Come on, Biddy. Just give us one little pop, dude, to 108, dude. I'll be happy at 108. Even just 108, man, I'll take it. Do you guys got any other questions for me? It was a good stream today. Again, look, same trend line that I drew at the beginning of the stream. Same trend line that when I said, let's try to find a trade. Same trend line right here. Just trying to hold it. Let's see if we just get one little pop on out of here. One little pop right here to 108. Let's see how our XRP is looking. Same thing. Look, we're candled up, man. Come on, Biddy. Just give us one little pop on out of here, man. If Biddy gives us one little pop, man, we can make some money. We had a nice big dip. I don't know if we're going to get a second big one until later on tonight during the Asia trading hours. Can you guys believe that it's November already, man? Golly, it's the worst having to take all of those Halloween. I have some serious animatronics. And to take out all those suckers and put them all back. Ay. Well, looks like the gig's up. Just kidding. But I think I am going to get off, guys. I think I'm going to jump off. It was a good stream. I'll probably be doing another stream tonight. I'll probably do another stream tonight, and probably just inside of the Telegram, okay? With that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys on the next stream.